Okay, we're back. Now we're going to talk about some gear to attach to the rods for basically bottom fishing with cut or live bait, and also live bait fishing, which allows your fish that is live, or you can use cut dead bait, but primarily live bait to swim the whole water column once your bait hits the water. It's a no return rig, and I'm going to show you that. But first, let's start with chunking live or chunking dead cut bait into the water. First, you need a surf rod, obviously. This I'm showing you here is a fish finder rig. You can see right there. This will attach to your main line, which goes through here. And you want a short leader. You don't want a leader that's I would say no longer than about half a foot. If you get out here to 1 and 2 foot leaders and stuff like that, and you got a big chunk of bait on here, you're essentially casting two weights. You're casting your weight and the cut bait. So you want to shorten your leader. You want to bring it up to right about here, half a foot or so at most. And when you throw in this, let's just say 6 ounces, which this is not, but 6 ounces and then a chunk of bait, you want both of those to be one that you're casting and not like have a helicopter effect going through the air, or be something where you're casting initially two weights. So that's why the short leader between the two. You want your bait as close as you can to the weight. Now, you want to use what's needed here is called a shock leader. All this gear, if this is a 6 ounce weight and you got bait here, essentially you're casting, let's just say 8 ounces. You want something that can handle 8 ounces of bait when you're throwing it through the air, like with a surf rod. So you need what's called a shock leader. All your terminal gear from your reel to your rod tip, all your line coming from your reel, go around your reel 5 times to the rod tip, back down to the reel, and then at that bottom of that 50 pound, probably 50 pound, you can tie all your terminal gear on. Run your line through here. You probably want a bead right here. Run all your line through here, and then tie it onto here. You want a swivel and a bead to stop where this stops at, and then you tie your leader from here, the swivel, to here. Okay? It may sound confusing, but basically you want this to stop coming down the line, hit a swivel. It's good to have a bead in front of the swivel so you don't mess something like this. You would have your fish finder rig on your 50 pound line, comes down to a bead, and then from there you tie it onto the swivel. And then from the swivel, you go to your half a foot leader, 50 pound, all of it to the reel. Okay, so from the reel to the rod tip down to here, through the bead, tie onto your 50, so this stops here, and then make your leader here. Okay, that's called the fish finder rig. So when the fish grabs this hook, grabs the bait, he runs. The idea is he drags the line without the weight. Doesn't always work that way, but it's the best thing you got. Okay, that's called the fish finder rig. Next, I'll do one on these called the no return rig, which allows your bait, if it's live, to swim and stay off the bottom. So he has essentially the whole water column he can swim down if it's live. And I'll talk to you more about that when we get there. But this is called the fish finder rig. Okay.